What's up guys, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to another Arma 3 video by Jake's Cobra. This one is continuation on the Zeus tutorials, and to give you a heads up, this is more about ethics and morals of a Zeus. It's not practical teaching how to do that, teaching how to do this. If this is not something you are interested in, obviously just skip this video and watch the next one. But as always, if you're a first time viewer, bash the subscribe button, bash the like button, share my videos around. I would much appreciate it. It really helps the channel to grow. Guys, enjoy. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so let's go straight into it. Now, like I said, this video is more about the characteristics of a Zeus, the morals and the ethics of somebody that's Zeusing. Now, there are certain things like, obviously, try and keep the storyline realistic. Try and keep the gameplay as realistic, or that makes sense in the storyline for that matter. But those are minor things actually. That's not the biggest thing. The biggest thing in Zeus is always try and see the player's perspective. So, for example, don't mortar the shit out of a bunch of players and there's no line of sight of players. There's nobody that can call in the mortar location. That kind of stuff. Because just outright killing the player base is not fun. Nobody's going to enjoy that. They're all going to say this is unrealistic, this is a shit game. So yeah, keep things real. The other thing is never ever. I've seen one or two big YouTubers in Arma 3 do this, and I don't like it at all. Where they would use Zeus to punish players that they think did something stupid or whatever. Okay, it's fine. If somebody breaks off from the main unit and they start doing something that's really stupid, send the unit their way, trying to herd them back to the main unit. Or, apologies, if they get killed, hopefully next time they will not do that again. That's not what I mean. What I mean is, this tank is doing something stupid, so let's take control of a AT and just blast the shit out of it. That to me is a bit harsh. It's once again, if they did something stupid outright, they deserve to some extent to be punished, but let the AI do that. That way also, if they start shouting and says no, here's the recording or here's the proof, that wasn't me, that was the AI. You guys came out of defilade, didn't look around, and the AT shot you to bits. Then there are things like, when it comes to attacking players and that kind of stuff, obviously you have to keep in mind frames. It's not always that easy, especially if it's a big AO, all the units, all the sections on the same AO. That is very difficult to keep the frame rates up. If it's a bunch of smaller AOs and they are on different locations, it's a bit easier. But like in my example of my upcoming campaign with Last Resort Gaming in a private ops, there is one massive big AO and I know frames is going to be a problem, so I have to be aware of this and maybe delete some of the units if I see the frames become too badly and spawn them in a later stage again. Then always talking about spawning, make sure when you spawn in units or assets of any kind, that is out of sight of the players. It sounds something stupid, but that totally breaks the immersion of the game. Even if you're not a realism unit, even if you're not a true milsim unit, if all of a sudden a tank appears in front of you in a tank and say, okay there guys, there's a tank, it breaks the immersion totally. Rather put a tank in a hangar somewhere close by and say, guys, we received intel of a tank 1 click to your southeast in a white hangar. HQ has approved you using that tank. Take a simple example. That's the kind of stuff you have to consider. Being a Zeus is not always that easy. And then the biggest thing, guys, remember this. Being a Zeus is for the player's enjoyment, not yours. There are certain times when you get very bored as a Zeus, and you are very tempted to take control of that sniper and just start sniping people and stuff because you're bored. Other times, the poor Zeus cannot get to everything. But the Zeus pure function is the player base. It's there to help the player base enjoy the game more, fix glitches, make sure the enemy spawns in, you know, that kind of stuff. You are there for the player base. The player base is not there for you. And I've seen 1 or 2 big YouTubers even having that attitude. And they love breaking down the player base and tell everybody on Twitch or on YouTube how stupid they are and how big of an idiot this person is. I mean, guys, come on. Show a bit of respect to your player base. If the player base wasn't there, you wouldn't be Zeusing. So I would say almost that's the biggest thing. You as a Zeus is not there for your enjoyment. Yes, it is fun, but the priority is the player base. That's why you're there. That's why you are trying to create things that they will find fun. Guys, I know this is a short video. I wanted to get this off my chest before we start going into Zeus and how to do what and how to do this, because I really think this is important. The Zeus having empathy for the players. Yeah, like I say, if they do something really stupid and they get killed, they sort of deserve it. But don't go outright and just kill them because of it. Try and correct them discreetly, and if that doesn't work, yeah, they're probably going to die. But like I said, always try and see things from a player's perspective. And also remember, you are looking from a head, from a height. So you can see troops in the hiding in buildings. You can see in defilade. You can see those kind of things, which the players can't normally do. If you're playing on a map like Tanoa, you can see the enemies are 20 meters away from the player base, and the player base are idiots because they don't see them, they don't hear them or whatever. Tanoa is very bushy. Unless you go down right on their level, you won't know what they can see. So before criticizing players, put yourself in their shoes, and yeah, just think before you start criticizing. Guys, anyway, that's enough for this video. Let's get it done and over with, and the next video we will start with basic controls of Zeusing and then start into different aspects. I hope you found this informative and even maybe enjoyed this video. Enjoy. Cheers. See you in the next one.